Why would someone like you or me invest their money to make yet another movie about the life of Jesus Christ? The first attempt to depict Jesus on screen was a 30-minute silent movie back in 1902, and there have been dozens more since then. From Hollywood blockbusters like The Greatest Story Ever Told to Mel Gibson's The Passion. So, what makes the Jesus presented in The Chosen any different? Oh, in case you haven't heard about it, The Chosen is a television series that explores the life of Jesus through the eyes of those who met him. The producers describe it as the first of its kind created outside the Hollywood system. By that they mean it launched with more than $10 million in crowdfunding. People like you and me believing so passionately in the project that they wanted to invest in it. In fact, it's now the highest crowd-funded television series of all time. The first season aired in 2019 and has already been watched by over 150 million people around the world. The series creator and director is Dallas Jenkins. He says the main secret behind its success lies in its strong characters. Individuals anyone like you and me can identify with.
I believe that if you can see Jesus through the eyes of those who actually met him, you can be changed and impacted in the same way. So when you watch the show, and what we're hearing from people all over the world is, they say, I identify with Mary Magdalene, or I identify with Simon Peter, or I identify with Nicodemus, and I can identify with their questions and their struggles and their sins. And then hopefully they identify with the solution and the answer to their questions.
Dallas Jenkins and the lead actor who played Jesus both visited the Vatican recently and met Pope Francis.
Jesus? Yes. Jesus. Yes. No.
Jonathan Rumi's interpretation of Jesus is another key to understanding the show's appeal. This Jesus is someone you'd really like to meet. He's relatable, down to earth, and has a great sense of humor. He even teases the leper after miraculously curing him and giving him a new tunic.
Green is definitely your color. Not too shabby.
For a series created outside the Hollywood system, the production and entertainment values of The Chosen are as good as they get. Every scene puts an original perspective on even the most familiar of biblical episodes, like the calling of St. Matthew. After watching this scene, you begin to understand why a young tax collector would leave everything and follow this charismatic street preacher called Jesus.
Matthew. Matthew, son of Alphaeus.
Yes.
Follow me.
Me?
Yes, you.
Whoa. What are you doing?
You want me to join you?
Keep moving, street preacher.
Do you have any idea what this guy's done? Do you even know him?
Yes.
Then there's the script. It's not easy to retell the greatest story ever told. Another reason The Chosen works so well is because the writers use backstories to provide context. To add pathos to the miraculous catch of fish, for example, the screenplay suggests Peter is in debt. That's why he's so desperate after a failed night's fishing, until Jesus appears. It's just a small piece of poetic license, but it does add credibility to the scene.
Teacher, we've been doing this all night. Nothing. All right. At your word.
For the director and producer of The Chosen, Dallas Jenkins, it's that context and credibility that make the show so appealing to audiences worldwide.
Our number one question every time we do anything that isn't from the Bible is this plausible? Could this have happened historically, culturally, or through just knowing what we know about human beings? Because so many of the portrayals of these characters in previous Jesus shows, they don't feel like human beings. They feel like paintings, or they feel like very formal.
With 7 seasons planned overall, the producers hope they will eventually reach over 1 billion people globally, and they might actually achieve that goal precisely because The Chosen feels anything but formal. Oh, here's a spoiler alert. Jesus even dances.